Hi everyone. Today we'll be discussing about our group project on Gordie Howe International Bridge. There are seven members in our team, and we'll be starting about the planning execution of our project with the very first member, Tirupati Rao. Yes, Tirupati, go.
Hello everyone, welcome to our group presentation on analysis of a Gordie Howe International Bridge project. The key aim of this project is to construct a six-lane bridge that will enable transport between US and Canada. It is the busiest commercial border crossing. It includes construction of modern ports of entry, pedestrians and cyclist path. The toll facilities besides the bridge itself. For more, project seeks to improve all local infrastructure by tying into the major highways on both sides of the border. Occurred in this bridge is long 1.5 mile, and this will have new ports of entry for Canada and US, as well toll collection facilities and dedicated pedestrians and cyclist paths. This will also help key connections to highways like Michigan connection with Interstate 75. The project success factors includes stakeholder alignment. The mostly one of the agency like the Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority has successfully managed several complex stakeholders, including national government agencies on both sides of border and private contractors and local communities. The project demonstrates itself dedication to the community integration by engaging over 120 local businesses and building apprenticeship programs. A timely mitigation. To effectively manage the risk, the project management team has used best practices such as productive process, scenario modeling, and monthly schedule analysis. For instance, and they tackle the green issues in the local ecosystem by choosing and, and port of sure, energy efficient and prevent the light pollution to the local wildlife such as migrating birds. Environmental sustainability. Such environmental concerns have been a priority throughout this project development process. Sustainable choices such as dark sky friendly lighting, reversing environment assessments, and addressing over 450 conditions in the evaluation of this project. And WDBA and awarded this excellence in our environment and social and governance effects in 2020. A community benefits plan such as 20 million project is key success to the factor that helps addresses local needs via neighborhood infrastructure strategy and the workforce development and participation of strategies. These initiatives have consisted a trial of improvement, park renovations, and art programs benefiting the Canada and US communities served in the project. Then one of my group member, Krishnamamsi, will continue this.
The milestone schedule provides a clear outline of the significant engagement benchmarks from 2018 to 2020. The project progress is made visible and inclusive through the milestones, which includes important activities like worker development programs, partnership with nearby business, and community outreach. These kind of programs are necessary to guarantee that the project has backing and participating the important parties, which can reduce risk and create long-term advantages for the neighborhood. The project is scheduled to open to traffic by September 2025, with construction likely to be finished by the end of 2024. According to the Michigan Department of Transportation 2021, when the last systems are installed, the construction phase comes to close and operational phase begins on the completion date. This timetable emphasizes the planned incremental approach to the project delivery with distinct due dates meant to guarantee a seamless advancement towards finalization. In terms of finalization, the project scope is substantial. The Grand Rapids Public School GRPS 2024 predict that project overall budget will come to about like CAD 5.57 billion. The initiative complexly and scope, which include the infrastructure, building and technology installments and community. Participating in the initiatives are reflected in the funding allocation. According to some reports, this amount has been revised to CAD's 6.47 billion, reflect inflating and evolving project requirements. The version emphasizes the community involvement and dynamic issues affecting the budget while attempting to the link time phrase and budget to the project overall impact. Moreover, the flow is improved, allowing the reader to understand the increased substitutes. The next person will continue the other slide.
Thank you, Krishnavanshi, for presenting third slide. I'm presenting fourth slide. Yeah, it's like project initiating and planning. So the project key stakeholders are the Visitor Detroit Bridge Authorities, like WDBA, and which oversees the project. Another stakeholders is Bridging North America, which helps design, build, and maintaining the bridge. The Canada-US government, it approval and management of customers and border control facilities of the ports of entry are important roles. Both the governments play key role. According to the Michigan Department of Transportation, there is a main concern is that bridge helps secure a country from thugs and other invaders. And for the local communities, it's surrounding communities in Canada and the US. And the key stakeholders, this has 20 million community benefits plan focus on neighborhood. And it improves the job and creation and culture investors. It speaks to the communities investors. Next slide will present the Rohit Konda.
Thank you, Harsha. The next slide is about project initiating and planning. The project stakeholders interest include WDA, BNA, and Canada-US governments prioritizing the security, operational effectiveness, and economic benefits through enhanced border crossings. The local communities seeking economic growth, environment sustainability, and infrastructure improvements. The project, that initial project including cross-border regulatory difference, environmental complaints, and construction delays, budget overruns. However, it is a critical risk factor. The budget overdue is a critical risk factor due to an initial budget of Canadian dollars 5.7 billion, increases to Canadian dollars 6.47 billion, costs in labor, materials, and unexpected issues can strain a project budget. Stakeholders misalignment. It is a project with many stakeholders with different interests. WBA, BNA, government agencies, and the local community must align in the execution. It could result in delays or poorer overall project and effectiveness. However, the project management team addresses such risk through provocative risk immigration and scenario modeling and cross-functional government frameworks and keeps the project on track to completion. The cross-border regulatory difference, it's regulations between two nations have to be coordinated, can have separate legal and regularity frameworks. Delays may occur in the project schedule due to regularity delays. And the environment and compliance is an enormous environment impact for the project, is indicated as more than 450 environment conditions were identified. And the binational environmental assessment delays or added costs could result if you are not compliant in GRPS 2024. Construction delays may include the scale of complexity. And that's the next slide will be explained by my friend Karun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rohit. Let's discuss execution and monitoring and controlling. In this slide, we'll talk about the risk management insights that were crucial to the success of Gordie International Bridge. So, the risk management insights of this bridge, including the cross-border complexity and environmental issues related to the project energy consumption, budget risk, stakeholder engagement, and project delays. So the cross-border complexity was effectively managed through robust governance and predictive causes. So the key areas of the risk management are addressed in the 5 points. The cross-border complexity. This was managed by a robust governance framework, but between Canadian and US governments that coordinated that all the regulations were being followed in Canada and the US. In the environmental compliance, it was awarded the P3 award for its environmental, social, and governance performance, and the effort was recognized was sustainable. So in the budget risk, the proactive cost monitoring techniques were used by the project management team following the project management body of knowledge guide. They closely track expenditures and make it difficult for the project to go over budget. So there are the top 5 risks in this. Let's discuss the top 5 risks. One is the delays in property acquisition. Timing of the project was a risk to secure the final properties required for construction. To mitigate the risk, we acquired the needed properties in the early stages of the project. So in the second part, it's a regulatory approval delays. However, the approval process through different nations posed a risk that was leveraged by effective governance and coordination with the right regulatory authorities. And the third one is the environmental violations. As a result of 450 environmental conditions identified in the binational assessment, the risk was managed with strict adherence to environmental regulations and sustainable design choices. So the fourth one is the budget overspending. The budget overruns were mitigated by proactive cost monitoring and strict financial controls. And the fifth one is the stakeholder misalignment. So you needed to keep alignment with many stakeholders. Mitigating the risk was continuous stakeholder engagement, especially community and local business. So the next slide will be presented by Tulachan.
Thank you, Karan Raju. I'm going to explain about the executive, monitor, and the controlling. Today, there are like 5 different ways to the executing and monitoring and controlling the bridge. Like we are discussing the communication type using when there is an international project was impacted and faculty have coordinated with the risk and information stakeholder. And there are the 5 main things which have been communicated channels like monthly statable meeting or bi-weekly cross-functioning team, and a third one is communication outreach events, and fourth one is report and Canadian government, and last one is communication. This 5 will be taking a major role for the monitoring and controlling the bridge. The first one, monthly status. Monthly staging is the one of the strategy which project can state aligned between the key strategies such as Windows and Dayton Bridge authentication. American and US government strategies receive the regular updation about the program issues. And the second one, bi-weekly cross-functioning team. It is one of the main function team which can be seen bi-weekly. Like it will be checking through the weekly. Bi-weekly it will be protecting and it will be giving some of the environmental addressing. And the third one is communication outreach events. According to this bridge, keeping the public information and the events and require regular outreach to the local communication, including residential and the other businesses. And the fourth one is reporting on Canadian and US government. The project regarding the reports formatting of both the governments because of its binational nature. Both the government should be having the regular and environmental to this program. And fifth one is communication. This bridge will be like the project team have been implemented by the communication strategy, which has a various safe corners. And next, my friend will be introducing the next one, like how they have been successful project.
Hi, I'll be discussing whether the project was successful or not. So we as a team concluded that the Gordie Howe International Project is on the track for success for several reasons. The project followed the PMBOK, Project Management Body of Knowledge Guides, ensuring strong adherence to project management principles and applied proactive risk management through scenario modeling and governance. It has also made positive community and environmental contributions, earning P3 awards for sustainability and maintained strong stakeholder alignment with ongoing risk mitigations. Despite challenges such as cross-border complexities and environmental compliance, these issues have been effectively managed through solid frameworks, keeping the project within the scope and on schedule. These challenges were addressed through robust management framework. That's all from our team, and yeah, can you please show the next slide? These are the references from which we have taken our sources from, like Gordie Howe International Bridge Guide, GRPS, Michigan Department of Transportation. These are the references. Thank you.